Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and just getting ready here at the moment. Just gonna have a drink of water if I dare say so. Ah, there we go, that's better. Okay. How are we all doing today, man? Do hope we're all doing well. I played some Steel Division 2 this morning, got my ass handed to me, so that was a wake-up call, like, oh, okay, I know it was bad, but not that bad, but man, that was tough. Okay. Right, Ben, I am going to adjust the actual settings for the campaign here. I'm going to explain why. It's mostly due to me being a little wuss. But what I'm going to do here, then, is go into this save when I've made the change. Just, I don't know whether it'll take immediate effect or the turn after. But yes, what I'm doing here is, let's see. It's going to turn this music down just a little bit slightly. I've heard this track about 1 billion times. 2 seconds. There we go, okay. That's better. Okay, how you doing there, Apollo? Are we speedrunning Operation Barbarossa today? I wish we were speedrunning. We've kind of been slowed down here at the moment. Okay, so well, I've adjusted the difficulty settings. What I've done here is... Whoop, there we go. So, well, what I'm going to do is actually give them the +1 attack rather than the +1 defensive bonus. I didn't think the +1 defensive bonus would be that bad, but my god, yes, it is bad, yeah. It is a killer. It does make things significantly harder. Now, we do have a lot to consider here. Especially by Smolensk, because obviously we are... well, we've made good progress over here to Smolensk. I think the difficulty was we probably might have been able to battle our way through if we'd not had the +1 CV there, but hey, live and learn. Besides the guys that don't live, they don't get to learn. Okay, so let's take a look at the situation then at large. We do have everything to play for here. Ah, thank you very much, VJ Street. You're evil streaming. Jesus, man, you're up at 6 AM? Where are you even from, my dude? How are you? You just seem to know I'm on as well. I appreciate it, though, man. That really is nice. Thank you very much. How you doing there, Pino? Pinocchio? Okay. Yeah, so we're going to break this over here. Now, that one's going to be a little bit interesting. The Soviets have given me a nice way in over here. I do wonder if it... Right, okay, it seems to be potentially tied to the amount of fuel level, actually. As to whether you can actually go for a planned attack or not. So if we take a look over here, this unit of the 18th can't, but this unit of the 19th can. I wonder if it's about 40% that you need there. Your first stream today was 6 AM. Oh, right, okay. I was going to say, Jesus, it's 6 AM where you are now? Where the hell? That's not too bad, then. Now, how do I want to approach this situation? First and foremost, we'll run our reconnaissance, then just try and get a better idea what's going on here. Try and figure out what's going on. Right. See, I did move some of these forces over here, yeah. We did deal with some of these remnants, yeah, that weren't over here. I apologize, it has been a little while, actually, since I did get onto this series, hasn't it? It's been a little while. Okay. Make sure I got my settings right. There we go. I need to adjust the volume here. The last time I played one of these was on... like last week for Matrix, actually. Yeah, last time I played one of these was for Matrix, yep, indeed. There we go. Okay, so what we're going to do here then is... we can't do any more work over there. Okay. This should become significantly easier when these changes take effect, ideally. Right, you've moved up all you can. Ah, that's cool. Now you got time to make lunch, don't worry, my dude. Oh dear. Okay, they need to move on. Yeah, these forces definitely need to move on. Okay. You do have full movement. We'll use this core over here. Then again, I could use this core or I could move this core up. I tell you what, we're probably better off moving this core up. I'm going to say that right now, to be honest. What I'm going to do then is actually move them towards this area here, actually. Yeah, look at that movement there. Hello there, Sile. How you doing there, my friend? Good to have you. Impressive amount of movement here. Very impressive, in fact. See, this is the only issue that I have to worry about, is obviously these headquarters being dislocated as they were over here. Right. You can't convert any more rail lines here, that's unfortunate. Ooh, I tell you what, Yep, you stay as you are. But what I'm going to do is split up this force over here. So place you there. Place you about there. And there we go. So at least we can actually split up the security division over there, but at least that is covering the actual rail line and the actual headquarters over here. The reason why I move these troops over here is because I want to make sure I can actually push into this area. I have been considering using panzers down this way. The reason I consider that is it could allow us to break them. But I think the infantry should be sufficient to do that. It's probably not the best idea to use the panzers in that way as such. At least it's not a good idea to probably drive them down here. I think we'd have a better time of it using the infantry here. And the infantry will be at this river line here shortly. The Soviets will continue to receive reinforcements, but the thing is, we've got a good position here. They do have some positions dug in over here, but I need to try and prevent that. Okay. Now, these forces... I can't really leave them at the moment, so I'm going to try and dig these guys out. Yeah. The other one there, just across the River Neman, I can actually avoid, but the infantry, I don't want to leave my rail unit to be destroyed or something of that nature. So one division will remain behind for the time being. Okay, yeah, those men are forced to surrender, which is good news. Okay, gonna split this division up over here, then make sure I can cover this area. Yeah, I don't want it to move any further there. That must be protected at all costs. Okay. Now, I do have the Slovakians over here. They will be moving down the central line here through the marshes. I do have a second army as well. That is going to be making its way up to the Smolensk front over here. We're advancing our rail lines. What I'm doing here then is, ordinarily I'd probably go for something like this and have them converge on Minsk. But what I'm doing here then to actually really push up our advantages, it's almost a straight line here from East Prussia. It basically is, for all intents and purposes, a straight line. And what I'm trying to do here then is, if I can continue to push it up this way, at least then I can support this area and this area as well, what I'm going to be putting a lot of pressure on. That's the idea. I just want to have the rail lines move up as quickly as possible, really. Yeah, it's one of these situations, but ideally... And the Soviets will have an easier time attacking me, but I think it was a bit of a miscalculation on my end to go for the +1 defense. I didn't realize how much it'd make a difference. Marauder PL is going to be like, I knew it was going to come. Little bitch is giving in. Okay. Now, that unit is in the swamp there, but it is isolated, which is good news. So, what I might do with this core then is, it is a pain, but if I can get rid of that actual unit there, then at least it is gone then. Yeah, okay, so what I'm going to do then is move them up over this way. I'll move both divisions for this task. At least that will make sure that it is dealt with. Okay, go for a planned attack. If I actually force them to surrender, at least that is done. Okay. Yep, looking good. Son of a bitch. Okay. Well, wasn't the best result there, but at least it's not the worst result. We've got there. Yeah. Okay. See, that motorized, it's not large enough of a unit. What I'll do then is take this unit over here then. That should finish them off now. These two divisions over here that I can cut off, they are a pain, but at the end of the day, these are the pre-war divisions of the Soviet Union, so they're going to have a decent amount of table equipment, but these new reinforcement divisions won't have, possibly, so at least it's something that we can take out now. Now, normally I'd start to the north, but I think the center is really where we need to make our decisions. Because what happens here at Smolensk is going to affect what happens over there in the north of Pskov, and what happens down in the south. Now, in the south, things are going well enough. It was a very difficult circumstance. We did do well to actually get to the Romanian border. There we go, the 24th has surrendered. Good news. Okay, still a little bit of movement, so I'll have them down there. But this is good now, because we have no worries. I can obviously shelter the core here. The other one's over here. I mean, it is a shame to use their fuel. What I'm going to do here, then, is, let's see. I need to have them transferred to the army. Now, the reason for that is because they have a large amount of fuel here. So let's see. Yeah, we have these units. I mean, I could do with them all being transferred, but at least it will be easier as one Panzer Corps can take the fuel. So what I'm going to do here then is I have the 9th Army and the 4th Army. So this Panzer group is going to go to the 9th Army. Actually, that's cheaper than... okay, we might be able to get both. So there's the 9th Army and this shall go to the 4th Army. There we go. Now I still have 22 points. I might be able to do what I want to do here. Yeah, okay. So let's go ahead and take a look at the commander's report then. Let's go to headquarters. In fact, let's see. Current supply. ABS, so this is absolute values. What I'm going to do here then is clear that, and I want to see... where's... yeah, there we go. Army. Fuel dump. Yep, okay. So as you can see here, the Panzer groups have 0 fuel dumps. There's nothing there. Ah, how you doing there, Nomad? Good to have you, my friend. Is this the first time I'm having you on stream? It looks like I've had you here before. But I'm not entirely sure. But welcome anyway. The OstFront is going well enough. I have just... yeah, as I was just saying, I'm glad you arrived. At least I get to explain to somebody else as well, which is nice. Yep, as you can see, the actual armies here for the infantry do have fuel in their dumps. That's good. That's 470 tons of fuel there. Well, what do you want to call it? Units of fuel. So that's very handy. So I'll have you transferred. Now, let's see which army is able to cope with this. So we'll go here to headquarters. I'm going to go here to none, go to German army. Right, command points, obviously 4th army there, 9th army. So I'll have it assigned to the 9th army. Right, there we go. 9th army will be reassigned. There we go. Now, there's actually not that much under the command of the Panzergruppen here, so that's not too bad. At least it might be able to actually stockpile fuel to a degree there. I need to move around a lot of these assets. The good news is I still have 8 points remaining here, which is very good. But the good news is now, fuel will be able to move into these Panzer units. So what we'll do then is once we do get some fuel into these actual core headquarters, is I can then... afterwards transfer them back to the actual Panzer Group headquarters. But we'll have to juggle things around here just to get the fuel in them. It'll work out. Most likely. Ideally. Possibly. Maybe for the best. Okay, so we'll start as we mean to go on by moving the troops at the rear. Okay. Now I do need to cut these troops off over here. having these divisions move up is going to be excellent. Right, there's your core, amongst others. Right, okay. I was going to move you there for the moment. Okay, well that's fine enough. I mean, there's actual fuel in those army headquarters, so that's fine. Yeah, I mean, what I've got here then, let's see. Do I still have a core attached? That might be a good idea. I think I should, more than likely. Yep, there we go. We've still got an actual group, well, a core headquarters over here, so that's very good. So potentially what we could do then is actually have this core headquarters be the one to store the fuel for the 2nd Panzer Group. So that works for me. Okay. Still additional troops here. Yep, you're able to achieve quite a nice distance there. What I'm looking to do here then, you can attach some Panzer divisions directly to the Panzer Group to suck fuel out of it. Indeed. Not a bad idea to take into consideration, actually. I'm going to ignore Mugglev for the most part. Maybe just a few forces here, but I think for the most part it's just completely I don't need to bother. I'm not going to bother. I need to punch through this for the most part. Well, not so much. I need to make my way through this area here, then try to encircle these forces. That's what I want to do. So we're going to have elements here of this. This is the 4th army. The 4th army is going to operate in this area. The 9th army is going to operate in this area. Is this the 16th army? The 16th army is going to operate in this area. So we're going to have the 3 infantry armies converge in this area to punch through and allow the Panzer Group to move through here. Now, you are able to be moved, so I'm going to have you actually assigned to one of these Panzer Corps. But we'll decide which one soon. You'll be happy to know there, Marauder, I have been a little bitch and decided to change the options because, yeah, the +1 defense there it is a pain. It is a big pain, and I feel I've learned a valuable lesson now. A very valuable lesson. Okay. What I'm going to do then is put these regiments here. Just trying to secure my flank, really, of that position. No, it's been difficult. We are moving on it. It's the fact that we ran out of fuel here. Obviously, having these core headquarters moved away was pretty rough. I'm not doing too bad, not doing too bad. I've been messing around with my camera today. So I finally got my Canon EOS 80D. I'm just learning how to actually use it. I've ordered a HDMI cable that should arrive today. So I'm hoping that maybe this month, maybe next month, probably next month actually. Yeah, actually I'd say it'd be more than likely next month. I'm going to be going down to a buy-sell sale with Richard York down Nottingham area on the 6th of July. There's this like hobby store that he's told me about that's doing this big sale where people bring stuff in. So I'm hoping that I might be able to buy some Bolt Action stuff, some Flames of War stuff, and some Hail Caesar stuff as well, actually. And then ideally, with the actual cannon, be able to record battle reports in just ridiculous levels of detail. The camera is superb. I don't know how to use it, so I'm really just like how to fiddle around with it at the moment. Little quick update on my Hungarians. So I bought a primer, a second primer, and re-primed them. But it turns out I should have probably stripped them first because this primer it wasn't reacting too well with the actual primer underneath and it sort of bubbled. So I'm going to have to strip both primers off and then start again. Typically, that is how my life goes. Something just never goes the way I really want it. So there you go, that is part of my day. The horrors and the tribulations. Christ, I should have Mel Gibson play me. Oh dear. God, that's a bad joke. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing then is, I need to concentrate a decent amount of force. Now, I could try to force the river crossing over here, and there is a... It's one of those, really. Like, perhaps I should try to do it. It wouldn't be a bad idea. Yeah, we're going to have to do that, otherwise I'm going to be throwing myself against too little. The question is going to be, where do we break through? I'm not interested in attacking this city. So what I'll do then... see, there's a strong position there. There's an airborne brigade there, so I can handle that. Right, you're part of that division. Right, move you up there. Okay. Not having played the game, I still enjoyed the progression of we will give them plus. Yeah, this was a mistake. Yeah, it absolutely was a mistake. Like, I wanted a challenge, but my god, I didn't realize how much of an impact that would make. It's like when you're having to just, like, oh my god, when you're having to converge with panzer divisions to, like, move a NKVD regiment out of the way, you're like, maybe science has gone too far. Maybe the, yeah, maybe that wasn't the best idea. And so a valuable lesson was learned that day. Okay. Now, I might use some elements of the, is it Knife Army? I always forget which army it is now. Okay. No. Got to be strong. Got to be strong. I have enough over here to secure what I need to do. Still have infantry from the panzer. Yeah, indeed. Okay. What I need to do is move around this end. See, I might as well have you assigned to the actual panzer group. To make a lot more sense. See, I need to batter this position here, because this line here is... it's the one I need to break. There's a second airborne. I mean, this is rather interesting as well, actually. Now, I can't go for a full attack, unfortunately. The question is, it'd be great to go for. It would be great to go for, considering there's only 2 NKVD border regiments there. But I'll leave it for the time being, because I can't move in there. I just don't have the capability to do so. So what we need to do is engineer a position here. I mean, potentially I attack this division force that retreat across the river, or this side of the river. But what I need to do is move these forces up over here, and put pressure on this side of the river. We will have rail lines closing in soon, which is very good. I mean, the rail line is here. Yeah, so it's about there. So that is, let's see. So 1, 2, 3, well, I always like getting it wrong. Do I count from here or should I count from here? I'll count from this point here. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 hexes away. Okay, so 17 hexes away. That's not bad. If I can take this territory here, that's not bad. Obviously keep it moving up. Try and get the actual supplies and fuel into the front lines. That'd be very good. Okay. Move this division here, split into 2 the regiments. Oh, I'm gonna cotton pick in a second. I can go like that, can't I? There we go, protect our forces here. Yeah, at the moment they're not worth attacking. Hello there, Cola. How you doing there, my friend? You know what, I did a bit of decisive campaigns, and then I'm like, wait a minute, I've actually got one of the East series on at the moment, I probably should finish that one and then do that one. I mean, I never got back to it. I think at some point in the future I'll do a decisive campaign. Campaigns Barbarossa, so that'd be interesting. And it's an interesting game, I really do like the decisions. The decisions really do make a big impact. Plus, it'd be rather intriguing, it's like, I don't know, maybe you just go full war crime mode. Yeah, I like that. I like the decisions. It's like, I think one of the more interesting ones that you see at the start is, do you wait for this shipment of fuel, like this oil, to cross the line, the border, sorry, or do you just attack? Trying to get that. Okay, let's see. I don't remember that. Right. Move up the the infantry here to support as we can do. You know what? I really want to like play some Dark Souls some point in the future, actually. Okay, it looks like trash, but I'm just trying to get everything here that I can do. Okay, so I do have some Luftwaffe assets. Well, Luftwaffe. See, I want to learn how to play Bomb in the Reich as well, so that looks like a lot of fun. Okay, our units are mostly rested here, which is good. I'm going to go with a lot of fighter cover. Just basically you throw it all there. I want to try and... yeah, that's a lot of airfields there. Yeah. But the BF-109s are doing a good job. Very good job, actually. That's an incredibly large amount of aircraft. I mean, the airfields are just the north there. What's up there, Newhouser? How you doing there, my friend? How's it hanging there, my favourite Tiger Bomb? Okay. So I'll try and do that again. Are you working? Okay. 9 to 5. Trying to make a living. Once again, this will be the last time. So what do those stars mean? I think it might be the, same message. I'm honestly not entirely sure what it means, to be honest. It's a good point. It is a good point. Do you know what they mean, Marauder? Because I certainly don't. Yeah, okay. So we are knocking out some AT guns here, destroyed some support. I mean, it's not about... if I could knock out their 122mm guns, that sort of thing, that'd be good. But that disruption's nice as well. It's just causing them some issues. Okay. Now, let's see. Nobody can perform a planned attack here, so it's difficult. Right, what I'm going to do here, then, is move with the panzers. Planned panzers are available. Okay, you still have your support elements, thank God. Let's move them up close for the time being. Okay. I mean, I could attempt to actually hit that, but I'm not going to. I mean, what I could maybe do here then is pull back from his position. But if I do that, it makes it hard for myself. What I'm gonna do then is move this motorized over here. The reason for that is at least it slams the door shut on these forces over here. He may try to break out, but at least it is cut off for the time being. And that is all I need. Yep. See, this court over here could be moved elsewhere. I do have additional divisions available, which is good news. Yep, there's a large amount of the Soviet Air Force over here. What I need to do is prevent them from digging in over this position. Now, originally I was considering actually having the element of the panzers here sweep down this way. But I think with 3 infantry armies, well, 2 infantry armies, well, technically a third one over here, and then obviously the elements of the 2nd Panzer Group, we should be able to break them here. They don't have that much in the way of fortifications as of yet. And we do have a rather large amount of, well, power concentrated. The good news is I've really been able to prevent them from the most, well, for the most part, not successfully as such, not entirely successfully, but I have been able to prevent them from really building up too much in the way of defenses here, which is good. So I do have to try and break my way down here, which isn't going to be great because I'm having to do this without the planned attack, so that kind of sucks. But we'll try. If I can break them, then everything becomes significantly easier and far simpler. I don't know if they'll be able to manage it. Yeah, there's 2 or 3mm howitzers, Jesus. It's gonna cost me. But I need to break them here. And at least some of the panzers are only damaged, so they can be eventually repaired, ideally returned to service, but it's not looking too good so far. They do have a large amount of artillery support there. The 336th Corps Artillery Regiment, 2nd Airborne joined them, 102nd, 645th, and the 403rd Howitzers. So that's a lot of artillery there, it's going to cost me. But I've got to try and break them down. Yeah, they hold me back. Okay. That did cost me. But I'm going to have another go. Or rather, I may throw them against this northern unit over here. But it has reduced their fortifications. We'll throw them against the airborne. We should be able to break the airborne without issue. At least then that's going to ideally... And what I could try to do here then is if I could unhinge his line here, so obviously take this position here if possible, and then really try to flank that position. Yeah, they do succeed there. I would have been very surprised had they not. Okay. So I do have that infantry division there to hold that position. So I can move up the motorized division and the armored division. So I shall do so. No movement available, unfortunately. Okay. You can't even attack across the river. They're starved of fuel. So I'm going to go ahead and go for the hasty attack against this division here. Ideally that succeeds. We do have nearly 5 times their number. Once we do have the armor advantage, artillery advantage. It may still not be enough due to the fact that we just don't have the fuel. I mean, we're running on fumes here. Really running on fumes. Ideally, I'll be able to turn that situation around once the rail lines do near. But if I can try to break down their defenses now, then that's too... it's good. The actual Soviet line isn't that dense as of yet. The good news is I do have my infantry here, and they'll be able to actually contribute earnestly to the battle next turn. But they are doing some good work here. The panzers aren't on their own anymore. Right. Good, they retreat, that's what I want to see. Now that panzer division can move up, and it will do. Notice that headquarters there was actually dispersed. Shame I don't have a unit that can move in there to take advantage of that. Hmm. I bought this game last weekend between the window-only mode. I cannot see the whole image on screen. It's just unplayable on my computer apart from the JSON map. Do you use more graphic mods? Do you play in 1080? Yeah, I'm playing in 1080. Like, bear in mind, it is in, like, window mode, and I just go like that. That's about it, really. The game's actually really quite forgiving. I do have a link, actually, if you want to use my art folder. I do have it, like, linked on Google Drive. Okay, let's see. I could try a hasty attack here, actually. Might be worthwhile again. Move the cavalry up. Yep, I can get the infantry in there, so I'll go for it. Just try to break down their position. It's going to cost me, but it'll break their position, ideally. But that amount of artillery really does hurt. Come on, guys. Bring me a miracle. Because, my god, I need one. That 203mm gun. It's kicking my ass. I'm not happy about losing so many men, but we do need to break this position here. It's not going to be done, due to the fact that I'm bloody using hasty attacks, and hasty attacks are not very good. But if I can try to erode the fort, if I can take it down to 0, then that's going to be good. Oh my god, okay, wow. Well, that was awesome. Yeah, that is actually exactly what I needed. Okay. Now we're cooking. Can I take advantage of that? I can. Yes. Brilliant, brilliant. Okay, that is what I need. I'm going to move this armored unit back here. Okay, the good news is I still have this unit here. Yeah, mobility is reduced, but the good news is I've been able to break their front line here. And that makes a significant difference. The most significant difference is the fact that this is all open terrain now. All open. We're no longer having to fight them in woods, which is very good. But in mind, this was light woods, it could be significantly worse. How are you doing there, Tone? Good to have you on stream, my dude. Welcome. We're doing alright. We've finally broken the line at Smolensk to a degree. Now, obviously, if I was able to move up and exploit this, that'd be fantastic. But I can't as such. But I do have the actual units in place to be able to do it next turn, which is excellent. Now, obviously, additional units will arrive, but the good news is, yeah, I can break this area. So what I'm going to be doing here is throwing infantry at this, and what I'd like to do is try to surround this here. The good news is I do have infantry divisions on this way, so I can try to force them. Now, the even gooder news, yeah, we have infantry here, so I'm going to place a lot of power against this area. I'm not interested in the city of Pskov, I'm only interested in the area that it occupies. Obviously, taking the city would be nice, but it's not essential. I don't essentially need to control it directly, I just need to bypass it and surround it and deal with it, really. I mean, this is it. There's a lot of Soviet units here. An okay amount over here. I don't know whether the city's actually held there or not. Surprising. But it doesn't matter. It looks like it's held because I can't take it. Now then. Need to move these cores in such a way as to get the maximum amount of supply. Yeah, I mean, the good news is that at least I can actually protect my headquarters now. Yeah, I feel like a lot of Soviet units is part of the cause. One could say that. One could certainly bloody say that. Right, these units over here are in an interesting position. But you do have a decent backup. Okay. Now, it's a shame I can't move any additional units here to the front line. But I do have, what, the motorized and armored there. I have the motorized and an armored unit here. Extremely low in fuel, but they should be able to put up a resistance. Not a great one, but a resistance maybe. Maybe. Let's see, can I place any of these units onto reserve? Unfortunately not. I think what I do need to do then is just keep... See, I do have this unit here, but it can't move when it needs to. So I'm not going to move it at all, because I need it to move across here. I need the infantry to open up the gate, and then we can move on to Smolensk. Again, Smolensk isn't exactly essential, but what I need to do here is surround these units and cut them off. Okay. In fairness, actually, the rail lines will be over here, so... Tell you what, that's probably not the best way to do something. Okay, you can be reassigned. So as the 5th Corps, we'll have you assigned to the 5th Corps. There we go. So what do you guys think so far, then? Like, how do you think things are going? I think we've got what we needed there. That position there could have been very difficult to deal with. But at least I've been able to push up 3 hexes over here, which is nice. These units, I mean, had these divisions been here for such, it would have been significantly harder. I imagine they're probably going to reinforce the city there, potentially, but if they leave the NKVD border regiments there, that works for me. It's not essential I take that. But, I mean, you look at this, they're going to react to this, and I do have divisions over here that can try and push across the river. It's all about getting across the river now. And there's no need for me to push south. I'm really just pushing on this area here exclusively. I want to really... I mean, my objective here is to try and take Moscow. That's what I'm pushing for. And I don't know if it's going to happen, but I can bloody well try. Okay, so I'll finish off the center here. Do you think you're achieving what you initially set out to do? Which is to say a lot with little. I think in the first turns we did manage to do quite well with that. I think now finesse is not really something I can exercise. We did make good ground. We did cover a lot of distance, but the thing is you get to the point where you run out of fuel. I would have been significantly happier had I been able to cross the river at Pskov. Had I been on the other side of the river, I would have been much, much happier. But unfortunately not able to do so. Thank you very much there, J Street. Appreciate my dude. And hello there, Abstract Cow. I love that name. Yeah, like over here, had I been able to cross the river, that'd been better. We are going to have to use the armoured units to beat this down. At least then that does give me a position across the river from which I can build up and attack. It's not ideal. Yeah, it is indeed going to be a picked cross. I mean, what I'm going to do here then is use these elements of the Panzer group and then just beat this and then, yeah, that's it. Hold that position, let the infantry move in and then that's it. 9? You mean I? Oh, night. Oh, okay. Alright. Might as well move you there. BBC4. You love me calling you Tiger Mum, you know it. I do like that model of the Yamato though, by the way, new house, that's really cool. I think on the off chance that there is a unit, I've been burnt once doing that, so I don't want to get burnt again. Did I move you up another? I wish. That'd be great, actually. Oh, that'd be much better. Okay. No, no. I'm actually, Valakian. No, English. Ah, how you doing there, Cold Steel? Good to have you, my friend. Right, so. We're gonna go ahead and deal with this pig over here. Now, I'm gonna throw in... I'm really not happy about doing this. It doesn't feel right. Oh, shit. Thank you very much for that, Cold Steel. Holy moly. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm actually from South Yorkshire. Yeah, South Yorkshire, England. Okay, can have a decent amount of fighters over here. Ooh, you've had a lot of usage, so let's not do that. Well, I can. Okay. Not as much better on the fight response as we saw from elsewhere across the front, so that's not too bad. A lot of Junker 88s over here. Okay. See, this is the thing, I don't sound any different. Just monotone all day, every day. I don't know, I mean, I've got a bit of tone, but not that much tone. But no, Cold Steel, that was really appreciated, my dude. Thank you very much. Now, it's intriguing to see just how much they have here in terms of airfields. At least that's the source of fuel for us. And hey, that actually did have a pretty positive effect there. So we're going to go ahead and go for it. Now, is there anything I could give them to potentially make it easier? I could give them light flank, but light flank's useless for this sort of thing, isn't it? Yeah, they're lacking here. I only have the one Pioneer Battalion. That's alright then, I'll be whatever's in between that. Right, here we go. Hasty attack, unfortunately. Hoping, bloody hoping, if I can make it across. Ah, cold, that's really appreciated, my dude. You made me smile. Okay, so we're looking at 10,000 men there. It's not too bad. We're looking like we're actually got some hits. They're not are beautiful, actually. So this division here, the 107th Rifle Division, isn't supported by artillery, isn't supported by any other support elements. It has the support of the Northwest Air Command there. Which is, yeah, I'm not going to argue, that's decent. I'm a little bit jealous, granted, because I have nothing. Reduce it to? Yes! Okay, we do actually force them to retreat there the first time. That was actually very cheap. That was a very cheap battle there. Now, that's exactly what we needed. So, that went significantly better than I had any right to actually hope for, so that is awesome. I'm very happy about that. Okay, move these men. Yeah, that was the best result there. Yeah, we did have some of the, well, we had the Pioneers, we did have some support here. When I said, like, I wish we had that support, I was talking about the actual air support, really. But then again, I did throw the Luftwaffe against them, and they did do quite a good job. So that was me moaning. But that's really good. I'm very glad that we did manage to, secure that. Now, I know a lot of people are actually into that. You know what? There's actually a guy. Like, I like the guy. But it does make me laugh. Like, is this... I've got a subscriber. I can't remember his name. He's awesome, though. But his, like, channel is, like, drawing vault art. And I'm like, oh, wow, okay. That was something interesting to hop up on there. But, hey, he's a good dude. I mean, like... Not my deal, but it made me laugh when I... Oh dear, okay. So I'm going to use this division here. I'm going to use this corps actually against the north there. Ah, so there, Balingiza, how you doing there, my friend? Right, we'll make our push towards Talon. Do I even bother? Is it worth it? I'm going to say no. On a scale of no to not, it's not worth it. Ah. Yeah, indeed, I'm linked. Okay. But I'm very glad that we did secure that position there. That's going to make a big deal. Yeah, we've been able to make a nice amount of progress over here. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that is, yeah, that's great to have 6 there. Say, you're listening to BBC Radio 4. Coming up next is Farm Today with Charlotte Smith. Man, I wish I got paid like that. That'd be great. They have some really good microphones there, radio stations. I mean, as far as it goes for radio, I listen to... If you guys are from the UK, you know what I'm on about. I'll listen to Heart. I'll listen to Capital. I preferred it when they used to be Galaxy. I'll listen to Hallam FM. Hallam's okay. Sometimes BBC Radio too. I've been driving it, I don't know, I've been driving like, I don't know, what was it, like 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning sometimes. And I'll go into a random station and they'll be like, it's basically a TV show, but it's just on the radio. And they're like saying, oh wow, look at this looks... It was actually a, God, you know what, I can't remember. It's like some kind of like decorating show or something like that. And they're like, oh, saying that pattern looks really nice, but which pattern do you prefer? I'm like, I don't know, I can't see it. Yeah, the things that you have on the radio at that time is strange. Okay. So move the elements here of this core. Just not quite able to make it across there, but then again, it's probably with these guys here. But the good news is, I could actually have this Panzer Corps either return to Riga. I could have it sent to Riga. Have it fueled and made ready. Possibly. Because if I move down here, sure that's all well and good, but if I move actually closer to the rail lines, that's going to do me significantly greater service. The Trusty Chicken Report. You know, I've actually not heard of it. Is that like a radio show, or... I feel like I'm really ignorant of this one here, actually. Which is not a new phenomenon for me. Phenomenon. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to look towards bringing the panzers out of this area. Have them move towards this southern area. Now, the terrain isn't well suited. There's a lot of rivers here. A lot of swamp as well. But I need to find a way around his lines. I might have them take him back to Riga. Take on fuel from Riga and then have them move via the rail lines potentially, or at least via our own lines. Towards this Smolensk front perhaps. But we'll see. We'll see. Because they're not going to be able to do too much here. And I could try to actually move them to the south. I mean, the beauty is at least I've got this position secured here, and that's all I really need. That does make my day significantly easier. Chicken report. Oh, I like it. I love things like that. Okay. Right, the good news is I can move across here, and that is exactly what I needed. Yep, I can move, yeah, I can imagine I can move maybe a 3rd division across. Yep, excellent. Okay, now that is good. That is beautiful there. I should actually be able to begin the process then of taking Smolensk. Sorry, be able to take, Pskov. Right, move the rest of the corps there. Okay, there we go. So, let's look at this then. So I do have these elements here. So, I mean, let's take a look at this. I could maybe have them move down to this town here, but I think what I'll do is look at what infantry we have available. It might be that we move them back to Riga. If I move them back to Riga, at least they're going to be closer to fuel lines. We'll be able to make greater use of them. Because it's all about the fuel, isn't it? What do you guys reckon? Do we move back towards Riga or do we move towards the south now? I think we'll see what we have from the infantry. See how they can affect the actual deal. Because I do have actual Panzer Corps infantry. Well, 1 division here. So let's see. Have you moved down this way? Wow, that's the strangest way I've ever seen to get out of harm's way. Yeah, you're quite far away from your own corps there, aren't you? Okay. Yeah, the benefit is at least I'll be able to take advantage of the rail lines. You can join the actual panzers over here, actually. So that's the LVI. I wish my Roman numeral knowledge was better. You know, I might actually get like a little poster and just hang it at the back of my computer screen just so I can actually see the Roman numerals, because that would make it significantly easier. L, right, okay. So I know... I'm trying to remember now. Is M 1,000? I think C's either 50 or 5. God, you know what? I bloody forgot now. That's going to annoy me now. I'm going to have to get that bloody chart, aren't I? The 56, yeah. See, I can't try and really remember what it is now. It's going to bother me. I'm going to have to make that investment in a poster. See, strange, I was, growing up, I was never, well, we were never really taught about, Roman numerals, really. Just never really came up. That's my excuse. Okay, you can remain in that position there, you're doing a good job for all. So maybe, well, that division's going to be moving back anyhow. More than likely. Right, still have this infantry. Right, there we go. Now, I think what we'll do here then is, considering the fact that we do have the panzers in this area, is look towards this line. Then again, it really does depend what's actually here. It might be worth it just to use a unit nearby, just to get an idea of what's there. I'll go with that. I'll move a unit just to see what we have there. So I'll move up to this town over here. Okay. Yes, it looks as if the Soviets are definitely digging in over here. So what I'm going to do here, then, is I'm going to move to the south. Or do I? I mean, what I'm thinking here is the rail lines, but then again, the rail lines are going to be here, aren't they? So perhaps we'll have them remain in position for the time being. At least then we'll be able to use them here. I mean, we'll make progress here. So in fact, yeah, we'll keep the armored forces in this area. But what I'll do is move them a little bit further to the south. I mean, that would actually completely... I think it's one of those that's probably not worth it. If I move down that way, sure, we get that bit of territory gained there, but I do have an infantry unit over here already, don't I? So it's not worth it. I mean, I could cut off that headquarters. I'm surprised by that headquarters, but that headquarters is, it doesn't mean anything. So what I might do here, then, is we'll keep our panzer units in place. But what I'll do... I'll stack the actual panzers up over here. In all honesty, I don't want to have any elements of the panzer group on the front lines. It's not going to do me any good, is it? If I have them able to be moved, then that's worth more. And the infantry have what they need here. I might go ahead. No, it's not worth it. If I'm not going to go for it now, it's not worth it. Hello there, Honors. 34 degrees, my god. Where you from, my dude? Because that sounds pretty rough. Could move a little bit further here, actually. I'm going to say worthwhile. As close to the rail head as we can be, really. Okay, so 3rd Panzer. Hmm. No, no, that doesn't sound very good. There we go. Move 16th Army over here to Riga. Okay, the situation is looking better now. So we do have forces. Really? Yeah, I mean, we're looking towards a point here where I might be able to envelop the Soviet line here. We've been able to make progress here, which is excellent. I mean, obviously the Soviets are going to gain a lot of reinforcements. Just trying to make... I don't know, ideally they don't arrive. But then again, this is good. We have our point of entry, but we have our toehold, our beach front, well, beach, what do you want to call it, beachhead, over that way across the river here, which is good news. At least with that, it's giving me a point from which I can attack the actual the line here. We'll keep on pushing this area. We're going to have infantry divisions pushing this area here as well. I'm hoping that I'll be able to just sweep past this line here. It might be that the, is it the 16th? Yeah, it might be that the 16th Army pushes up around to Novgorod. But I'm going to be making a big push towards Moscow, really. So we've got to really remain on target. But that's good so far. Okay. I'm going to have you assigned to the closest headquarters, actually. So let's see. Yeah, that'd be excellent. So Totenkopf is going to be assigned to the 12th Corps. That's the corps we've seen before. Right, there we go. Have you reassigned there? Yeah, I do worry about this position here, but I don't think they have anything. Hoping they don't. I do have plenty on the railhead. Well, rail capacity front. Yeah, I'm going to push the divisions into the north and center. That's one of those is to, where should I move these troops? But, this is it. Considering these men are here, I think it'd be easier. Then again, they can just march, can't they? Yeah. I'll have him assigned to the second army. I mean, it's not really much of a difference there, is it? Could have second army push on this area there, then. And I could give more to Army Group South. But I think I just need to push on Moscow. I think if I can secure Moscow and Leningrad, then that's good. But I'm going to say this motorized can go to Army Group South. Have we sent down there? Okay, 13,000 still there, rail capacity. Have them assigned to that corps, then that corps can be assigned to the second army if possible. Yeah, there we go, second army. So the second army really is, I mean, this is it. If I can have these armies work towards this position here, have the second army then begin pushing on this area here, I'm going to be able to maintain this, ideally. And it is a lot of additional forces to this area here. And what I wanted to try and do is basically merge Army Group North and Army Group Centre into one sort of solid force. I believe I do have the Finns available now. Not yet, so that looks like it's going to be next turn. Oh no, they are available now. Fantastic. Yeah, and it's not going to be easy. There we go. Now we can see which units are active. So it's these guys here. Okay. Yeah, we're going to dislodge these forces. Security would be the easiest to do. Okay, they've out. That's good. Right, there we go. I'm not going to attack at that position there. I'd rather move here. There we go, just enough. But that's all I need. Right, so we have a 163rd Division over here. Do we have a different look for the finish? Yeah, we do. That's cool. That's pretty awesome, actually. There must be an element of the 163rd around here. Suppose not, but it's shown as if it's been split. Must be. Unless it's to arrive soon. Not too sure. I wish I still had the super heavy mortars, to be honest. Right, move you there. Didn't really make a difference. And the good news is at least I can put pressure now on the Soviets from the north. Fortified and NKVD. Yeah, there we go, they surrendered. Very good. Okay, so what we're doing here then is hitting the NKVD, hitting the, just the weak positions. I don't need to spend any more strength on that. I need to force them to abandon the front line. Then I can work my way around. Ideally, I could try to force some divisions here to be trapped. I'm going to try and make the most of the Finns, but what I absolutely need to do... I'm hoping that if I do take Moscow, then it should be theoretically possible then to take Leningrad by having the forces then turn north. I mean, I don't know. The best case scenario, and what I really want to do with Moscow, is not hit the city directly, but actually encircle the city. If I can encircle Moscow, I can take it significantly easier. And it's hard. It's very hard to encircle Moscow. Okay, they do route. That's what I need. Oh, I see. Have them attached to the Karelin army. They can be attached to that core. Okay. Right, doesn't look like I have any other movement here available. That is, yeah... That's not. This is not going to end well. Right. What I'm going to look towards doing here is being able to use the Finnish Air Force over here to actually support the Mac forces. Okay, so that's the north and centre done there. Okay, move up these Slovakians. I think 2 divisions moving down here would be quite good. Should be sufficient to really take it. You can move down that line. Okay. Need to wrap up these divisions here. They're gonna be doing a really good job there. I'm not gonna lie, they're gonna do a good job. I mean, 2 divisions there in the center could be excellent. Yeah, we'll go back on here, but I'm gonna say it's basically the 17th Army that's gonna be working on this. Once we're rid of these units over here, then I can obviously move on in earnest. It's only the 17th Army that's going to be doing this. I want the other army to move. Alongside the Romanians. The Romanians are making nice progress alongside the German corps down there. You can really tell the difference on the German corps do make down that way. Massive improvement. Now, interestingly enough, the 295th has a Flampanzer battalion, and that's not good. I need that sent elsewhere. In fact, I'm going to have that sent to Army Group Center. I think all assets like that are going to be sent to Army Group Center because we're going to need them to break down these positions. I don't need them down here. Really don't. Not necessary. I mean, all I'm doing there... I mean, they're good. They're really good units, don't get me wrong. But they're not necessary down here. Oh, wow, okay, they hold. Ah, it's irritating. Right. I don't think they'll hold this second time. No, in my luck, they will. We're doing this on purpose. Tough unit. Yeah. We'll just try and corral them. I mean, look at that bloody division there. For the level 2 fortifications and rough, that's awful. Absolutely awful. Finally. Okay, they do surrender now. That took way more than I would have ever expected. I don't know what your look's going to be like. We'll give it a go, though. You do have the advantage of that fortified position there. Actually, some T-34s in there, that's cool. Ideally, we do capture some of those. Son of a bitch. So goddamn typical, okay. Let's go for the hasty taxi if that is enough. Probably not, but yeah. Better to give it a go. I need to be rid of these units over here, so they're the ones that are going to cause issues. That's a KV-1 as well, jeez, no wonder. I can't imagine they'd have much in the way of fuel by now. Yeah, they're going to hold. Son of a bitch. Okay. These fellows over here shouldn't last long. Yeah, only 31 AFVs there. It's not many. So, yeah, what I'm looking towards doing here then is using the other army to move south of Kiev. Right, make surrender. It's good. I think I'll have this corps actually move up as well. Reason being that at least it does cover this area. Some BF-109s there in support, not many. I'm actually thinking about trying to make a trip to Moscow. Maybe this year, maybe next year. Either Moscow or Tokyo, actually. I'd like to go and visit there. That'd be rather amazing. I mean, I'd like to see the Ukraine as well. I don't know. It's just one of those things of where the situation is a little bit complicated at the moment. I know it's like one of those, well, why are you going to Moscow? Like, at least I know in Moscow I'm going to be safe. That goddamn unit. Yeah, if I can grab units like that, then that'd be easy pickings. I mean, I'd like to go ahead and try, I don't know, have a go on the Trans-Siberian. My granddad, he's been on that about, God, was it 2, 3 times, 4 times? He's been on it a lot. He's been on it a good number of times. The man's bloody adventurous. Okay, they don't surrender. It's not far. Okay, we'll take these down one at a time. Yeah, there's the 122mm. And that's a big old mortar there, 120mm, my lord. That is not something you want to mess around with. And they hold, wow. Suppose I should have expected it, really. I mean, that rail line's not usable at the moment. I'll tell you what, this unit's going to go and join the second army as well. I know it's a big commitment to this center and the north, but man, I think it's needed. Okay, the Hungarians are active. Okay, so we see a security unit here. Not the best terrain to fight in, but it's a large amount of men there. Yeah, these mountain brigades are going to be awesome. But I'm going to have to use them. They'll not do very well here, but I want to try and dislodge them. Okay. Slovakian mobile. That's going to be placed alongside the panzers. Yeah, have it move down that rail line. Okay, use these cores over here then. That's a surprisingly tough old unit there. I might leave that one again. Well, as this one here is significantly easier to take, so I'll go for that. It's one of those, isn't it? When there's resistance, just wait another turn for it to be weakened. And just continue to move on. I could push the river line there, potentially divide these divisions into regiments, cover more ground, and just obviously, like, keep these units separated from the rest of the Red Army. Oh good, that's actually excellent, that they surrendered there. That's actually nice. Yeah, that should fall rather easily. I'm not looking to attack Kiev directly, I'm just looking to bypass it. God damn, it's typical, isn't it? I hope they break this time, otherwise it's going to make me look rather silly. I think this is it. You're just going to go for a planned attack, haven't you? Okay, now it falls, finally. They did a good job, though. They did a really good job. That's actually quite a large formation there with 10,000 men. 102 artillery pieces, 57 AFVs. Oh, that reminds me, I do need to send the flam panzers back. I've used my... well, I suppose then again, having that division and joining the second army was probably worthwhile. We'll have to make that a priority doing that. I feel better about the turn so far. Yep, okay. Yeah, they are indeed being stubborn. But it's okay, it's okay. I'm looking forward to seeing like how the campaign's going to look in 10 turns or 20 turns actually. It will be rather intriguing. Yeah, the 168 has a decent amount of support there coming in. Awkward. Awkward bitches. But at least I can manage that. And once it opens up, then I can move everything on here. Which is what I need to do. You can see where these Soviet tank... oh, god damn it. Not even a hasty attack. Okay. I could bypass it, but then again, it's not worthwhile doing so. It'll surrender shortly. Then once it does surrender, then that's it. It's out of the way, isn't it? Well, if I bypass it, just means I'm going to have to attack it again. If I can get rid of it this turn, then I'll be good to go. It's going to hold. Son of a... crack, please. God damn them. We'll get them. I would not like to take part in their day. Being repeatedly attacked by fresh divisions, yeah, no thanks. I'm not even going to comment on it. Right, there we go. Right, so I'm going to split this up into the regiments there then. I can see that they're already starting to form some sort of defensive line. Okay. That's all I'm going to do. Yep, you can see here that they nearly cut them off. Like, they're not doing too hard. Yeah. I'm gonna continue to drive them east. Oh, so we've already moved all of these things down here for the most part, but that's good then. Makes things a little bit quicker, doesn't it? Can I have the Romanians move up here to the north? No, not worth it. I'll have these forces drive on. I think I could swing up there, but I don't think it's worthwhile, so I'm going to bypass. This part of the second panzer is going to be making its way towards Cherkasy. Now, let's see. I'm hoping that these are rails. Well, actually, hoping that these are airfields. Boy, was I wrong. Oh, wow, okay. Yeah, that was, I was actually hoping that was rail lines. Sorry, airfields, but I was really wrong there. Right, there we go. Panzers have to keep moving. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep on moving here. I think what I'm gonna do with this actual unit over here in its core is, I'd say I could try and do a HQ build-up, but we'll see. I don't think I'll break them, but I need to reduce our fortification so I can wrap that up next turn. I don't know. Then again, is it worthwhile just getting the Panthers moving now? I'll say probably, at least then I can move everything up then. I could have them move down this way at least where there's fuel. Actually, they did quite well there. Yeah, they did very well. Hasty attack is a slight chance, but at least it is a chance that it might actually force them to surrender. If it did force them to surrender, that should be really quite good. That'd be like a solid effort. Oh, yeah, wow. Okay, excellent. They don't surrender, but that's a nice effort. Okay. And there's a big difference there, like, having that much fuel. 108%, yeah, you're, like, able to move all the way there. I think I'll move them down there where the actual fuel is. Well, where the rail line is. No saying that. Move them there, I guess. Right, that'll do. Yep, okay, so... Our group south, obviously, they're doing well enough. It's just obviously we need to get rid of these forces here and then we can move on. It's been an interesting situation over here to the north. We do have additional forces moving up this way. I mean, the northern armies have received a... Well, north and south... Well, centre has received a lot of reinforcement. This... Yeah, I'm glad that we have infantry here now. It's going to be very interesting to see how the enemy changes their positions here. Ideally, these panzers receive fuel, because at the moment they have none. When they have none, they're basically worthless. So, we'll go with that, actually. Finns are doing well. That's blocked that crossing there, so this unit's doomed, so I can cut that off. We'll see how many we've destroyed this turn, then. Okay, only 149,000. It's not actually a lot, to be honest. I'm at 608,000 at the moment, but that's really not enough. I need to do significantly better than that. We're going to take a lot more. I've got to be able to make pockets more or less each turn if possible. And large ones would be preferable. 3,605, not good enough. Need to really push that. Need to really push as fast as possible now. I need to prevent this from recovering. I mean, you look at that, they've really not suffered that much. I've been looking at changing the order of battle in the future as well, for like commanders and etc. But, yeah. Making a big effort here. Trying to make it as much of an effort as I can here. I think the +1 CV really did make a massive difference, so it'll be interesting to see how things go. It definitely will be. And what do we have here? 2 tank divisions and a rifle division, okay. Cavalry division there. But I imagine I can probably rejoin. This will all be taken. I'm looking to have a German corps here, and the Romanians actually... well, the German corps bypass Odessa. Obviously cut it off there. Really need them to support the panzers here to the south. These panzers will be able to move up as well soon enough. Obviously another motorized there. Have the Romanians have a go at that. And then we'll be able to end the turn. So how are you guys doing, Ben, today? How you find people? You kings of New England. I tell you what though, guys, like I'm really looking at taking it to Flames of War in the future, actually. That'd be awesome. See, what I'd love to do is like try and set up games. Now, normally, if you guys are familiar with Flames of War, you'll be like me and you'll probably cringe when you see like a platoon of panzers, like all together, like literally touching. And what I'm going to be hoping to do in the future is, I think I might go with either a Soviet force or a German force. I don't know. I always tend to play German, but that's because the Germans have some really interesting stuff. But, maybe Soviet. It could be rather cool to go for, like, mass Soviet tank forces. But what I'm going to be looking towards doing is, with Richard York, is, instead of just using, like, one table, maybe have, like, 1, 2, or 3 tables, as many as possible, really. That was practical. And then, like, really trying to have, like, a very large scale map, so to say, really just to simulate the fact that, like, I don't know, it would actually give purpose to units bypassing the frontline units, like, you know, like, it'd be nice, like, you could have, like, breakthroughs, obviously, that sort of thing, like, encirclements. It'd be really rather intriguing, actually, to play that out on the tabletop. I think the issue with Flames of War is it's like, there's so many units in there, normally, but it's like, they're all touching, it's like as if there's too many units on the board, really. It'd be interesting. It would be quite interesting. Okay, I'm happy with that. Our unit's making decent progress here. I'm going to have them swing around the south there. I mean, I could have had all these forces, but it's not worth it. I couldn't have encircled them anyhow, because, well, obviously this is the north, so in reality it would have left that unit just dangerously, well, just completely and utterly overextended and doomed to being cut off. So it's not worth it. And we'll go ahead and we'll go forward then into the next turn. See how things turn out. Ideally well. Maybe. But yeah, with the Slovakians moving up the centre, at least I can make use of that. I'm still very happy that I did take Brest-Litovsk. At least I can have the... I mean, the rail lines moving up from there has been great. It's all about these logistics, all about them. But I'm significantly happier now that we've got infantry support in the panzer groups in Smolensk, well, around Smolensk. So I'm very happy. Just look at the amount of Soviet airfields there. Huge amounts. Okay, sounds like movement, sorry. Detected, okay. Ah, that's good then. We did see that division there pull out. We do see a Soviet counterattack over here, which works well for me because at the end of the day I'll have additional forces here. I am glad that did put men here. But if they're attacking, that means that, ideally, they're exposed. I can imagine they'll push this unit back. Most likely. I think they're in the clear terrain as well, which doesn't help. They're giving a good account of themselves, though. Gotta say that. Ideally, this area remains not too dense. I mean, I have a good concentration of men here, which is very good. It's all about that concentration. If I can get that actual concentration when I need it and punch through, then we'll be able to manage great things. I'd love to overrun these Soviet airfields to the north. That would be very handy. I think with that panzer group that has headed back towards the Riga end, at least they're going to be able to draw fuel. Obviously, it's a lot. It's a lower amount of MP there to actually reach the rail lines and to reach, obviously, that supply, so that's good. These guys are actually doing a really good job, my god. Yeah, they're actually in the clear terrain as well, so that's actually, actually doing a good job, wow. Surprisingly good. Yeah, they are forced to retreat, but I think that was a conscious decision to retreat there, but they did a very good job. Okay, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, if they're counterattacking here, where I'm actually not too... I'm not going to be putting... Well, I'm not really looking at putting pressure on here by Mogilev, so that's fine by me. It just means I could probably encircle them. Which would be very good. If I could actually encircle the frontline forces that have just arrived in this area, that'd be very nice. So I'm going to just speed things up here, just to make it a bit easier. Yeah, only 10 men lost there. Not much. Though that division is cut off for the time being. But that will be saved next turn. But good move by them, good move. Oh, wow. I'd love to take a look at those. Ooh, they do hold. That is good there. Look at the losses inflicted. I'm really happy that we got 3 divisions across the river there. But look at how much I've thrown against it. Yep, hold here. There we go. It doesn't look as if the density has increased here, which is excellent. If it stays that way, I can break it. Most likely we'll see reinforcements here, but ideally it doesn't. Counterattack there. They hold, fantastic. I'm going to say that's due to the fact that support is in the area, like fuel is in the area, but that's very good. Are they going to leave this open? I mean, best case scenario is I could just sweep down to the south here with a single unit and cut off the front line. They won't leave this open, surely. I mean, it's a shame for this division here, but they'll be able to cope. So what is GHQ's? GHQ then, is what game is that, sorry? This sounds really cool. Like Grand Historical Gaming or something of that nature? Still looking good. Okay. Let's take a look at the actual map, man. So that looked alright, actually. We only retreated in one place. Well, two places, technically. Yeah. So... Oh, I forgot about those guys. Oh, that's a shame. Okay, that can be dealt with now. They do still have that port, so that does make things difficult. That unit's cut off there, obviously. Yep, our own division there. But the city of Mogilev is actually now an open city, it seems. This is looking promising. It's looking promising here, guys. Let's take a look what the Coniston says. I'm not gonna lie, it looks very promising here. Oh, it looks excellent here, guys. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, that is looking so good there. Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah, only fortifications are here. The city of Vitebsk. Is it Vitebsk? Vitebsk. It sounds like Weetabix, or... You know what I mean. Vitebsk. Yeah, that's still held by NKVD. It looks as if I went for a offensive down here, and that's absolutely fine. That's the best case I could have actually hoped for. Wow, okay, 1/285th scale. Bloody hell. Yeah, my god. If you could, would you like to throw some pictures up on the actual Discord? Because that'd be awesome to take a look at those guys. Yep, these guys did fantastic over here. It looks like I mean, this is it. If I could actually dislodge this unit here, well, this group of rifle divisions, I could probably make it into Pskov, or at least to the south end of Pskov. It's made a massive difference there. Yeah, that's blocked any reinforcements. We're not seeing anything else here. Those units are still going to continue to be a pain, but once we do take the port, they will starve. These units will be absolutely on their last legs. Okay, but Smolensk may fall. If I can actually make it into Smolensk in turn 5, I'll be happy. What fuel are we looking at? 27%, 25%, 34% there. Yeah, okay. Infantry's looking good as well. You've got 36% fuel. That's good. But the good news is they've been able to take that fuel. So let's go ahead and take a look at the absolute values. Current... ABS, Army, yep, so 4th Army, 9th Army, yeah, look at how those values have changed. You have 51 tons there, that's good. Okay, these guys have been starving for a while now. I think you should. I think you should. It'd be awesome to see them. Okay, so they abandoned the city here. Yeah, they're out of fuel for the time being. But gotta keep moving. Infantry's here to support them, which is great news. It might be that we just have the actual armor rest for the time being, but we'll see. We'll make those decisions later. I'm glad I pulled back over this way. Yeah, I can see they're forming a line here. Well, defensive line. Second army can move up here in the center. Excellent. Okay, so let's wrap this up now. Move your core to spot. Yep, they surrender. There we go. Forcing them really, yeah. into a position where they can't do anything. I'll give it a go with the security divisions, actually. Don't know what I expected, to be honest, but, oh well. Easy work for the division. Yep, they're gone as well. There we go. Yeah, we'll take a look at that shortly. Okay, I'll move these guys in over here, and we should be then done with the pocket. Go with that hasty attack with the division there. Yeah, I'll take a look at that after stream, actually. Ah, goddamn thing, hold. I was hoping that we could finish that now. Sadly, just not enough. I mean, I don't know. Can keep it going. No, I think that's it. Ah, that's a shame. I was hoping that we could actually have them. Okay. Son of a bitch. Ah, there we go. Fantastic. Glad of that one. Oh, of course. There we go. That one division there really held out as long as it... Oh, you son of a... Yeah, they fought practically to the last man. Yeah, it's getting bad. It doesn't take an outlandish amount to force them to surrender now. That's still a tough position there, I'm not gonna lie. That's actually really well done by them. Didn't expect that one, actually. Give it a go. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's still a tough one there, so we'll keep it isolated for the time being with the Romanians. Okay, so that's all the quick ones I'm gonna do there. I don't want to, like, do any more just in case I want to do something else. But it's looking better. I mean, I'm very happy. It looks like we can actually force our way through to Smolensk, which is great. I mean, this is it. There's rail line over here, but if I can cut this rail line, these guys are going to sort of flounder in this area. It doesn't look like there's a huge amount of defences. I mean, there are probably divisions here. Not a huge amount. Can begin pushing through here, but I'll probably push with regiments. So then, G-Man, how you doing? Okay, let's take a look at actually how the rail lines are looking. Yep, so you can see that the rails don't quite reach the front, but they should do after this turn. That's looking better. It's almost there, so by next turn it should probably be much closer. Doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. We've just... I mean, we resolved our dangers, and well, for the most part, it looks like we'll be able to reach Smolensk this turn, as there's only really this in front of us here. If I can push that to the north, that'd be fantastic. I'd love to try and just... Yeah, if I could take Vitebsk over here with the infantry, and then have the armor move around these guys. That'd be quite a nice little encirclement over here of these Smolensk defenders. I don't need the city exactly. It would be nice, but I don't need it. I do need that city, though. But if I can encircle the defenders here, that's going to be very good. Okay. So we'll go for that. We'll take a look, so I'll be calling this stream to an end in just a moment. Okay, so that's another 181,000 there added, which is okay. I really want to try... I mean, it's a shame. I didn't want to really pass 100,000 men lost for a couple turns yet. I was hoping that could be a little bit better in my forces, but unfortunately not. We'll go ahead and take a look at what we've captured here. I was hoping for much better, but I think the +1 really did make it harder. I'm going to moan like a bitch. Okay, 23 T-34s. Ah, some T-35s over here. They're just humongous, aren't they? Humongous. Yeah, that small unimportant city of Moscow. I tell you, I've been there. You know what really gets you when you actually land in that area? It's just the sheer flatness. It just goes on and on. It's just, honestly, so crazy. Like, from where I live here, it's like, there's hills all over. It's bumpy. And it's a lot flat as well, but it's bumpy. Just features to the terrain. It's just not flat, you know what I mean? So to see that, just flat. Okay, KV1 1940, 41 variant. Got some KV2s, BT2s, BT7s, BT5s, T40s, T38. Yeah, I want on a gigantic scale. Look at that thing, my god. What I'm interested in capturing is guns more than anything. Guns, guns, guns. They're what I need. Armor's okay, but I need guns. See, the thing is, it's like, it's all well and good having loads and loads of armor, which, yeah, it's decisive. Don't get me wrong. But the thing is, unless we can win in the short term, but I'd rather have the guns, then at least the infantry divisions are going to be able to use those. Okay. That's a decent haul of T-35s, so I'd love to see what they could be used for. But I imagine a lot of this will probably be scrapped. Yep, some more fins are unfrozen. These units have arrived. Lots of flak over here, actually. Lots of flak. Oh, so I'm going to lose some of these Slovakians. That's unfortunate. Ah, thank you very much there, G-Man. Okay. Yeah, I can see here. Panzer 3E, yep, okay. Alrighty. Yeah, so if I can take Smolensk, I mean, it is nice. But I'm not going to aim to take the city as such if I can surround his units. I'd rather surround his units and destroy them. As we do have a few thousand men in this area, and it would cause a big issue. Like this, yeah. I need the fuel. If I had the fuel, I could surround this area. But it's looking good so far. It's looking a hell of a lot more positive this turn than it did last turn. I've got, I can actually look at taking the city of Pskov over here. Which would be great. I mean, no mind, look, these guys will just, like, fold into the city, but that's fine. So it might be that I look at actually just, I could be better off actually working on the southern end here. But then again, if I take this, then, yeah, I can cut these forces. It's one of those, really. I'd have to take this city to really strand them. That's a very strong division. Very strong. See, I've got to get to a point as well where I'm not afraid to engage as such, where I'm like, okay, we're going to have to fight a battle now. Without them being cut off. But obviously it's a lot easier to fight when they're cut off. You can see that these men obviously didn't venture across the river. Managed to take out these two divisions here. So that's nice. Could have a couple extra. Ideally can form another pocket here. Still got these guys to take care of. So, not bad. Those two. And these three divisions over here, which is a decent amount of armor, but those units are pretty tough, actually. So the 11th Tank Division there, that's pretty tough. So, yep, I'd like to say a big thank you here, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys have enjoyed this, please do consider supporting myself and the channel. The best way to do this is by becoming a patron. It really does make a massive difference. And I've toyed with ideas of a couple of others. It's like Twitch is significantly better than YouTube, but above all, it's Patreon that is the one where I actually get the largest share of your support. But totally up to you guys. If you enjoyed the content, just make sure you join the Discord so we can actually keep the conversations going there. Love seeing people join there, love seeing these conversations. Really awesome. Lovely to have a community, and I do consider you guys friends. Because I don't get out that much. So yeah, that's fine. Okay, so this has been BBC Radio 4 signing out. Have a great afternoon and check in for the weather tomorrow. Goodbye for now.